is the loading zone, or zone 1. Zone 1 is where you stand just before you board.
I'll be your safari guide today as we journey through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Please remember to remain seated at all times, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the truck. And if you take a look at that animal spotting guide above you, it'll help you identify and recognize any animals we might see today.
We might see today. So giraffes, they're going.
And 20, let's get started. Our first stop today is the Little Ituri Forest. On the right there is an okapi just across the water, standing along those bushes. Okapi are my favorite animals on the reserve. They're shy and reclusive. And although they might look like they're related to the zebra, they're actually the only relatives of the giraffe. And on both the left and right, those black and white birds are saddle-billed storks. They can reach up to 5 feet in height and have a wingspan of 9 feet.
Hey guys.
Do not vocalize, so instead they communicate by rattling their bills. All the way out on the left, look all the way in the back, there's a black rhino along that back wall. We are going to see if we can find any a bit closer. Black rhino are unfortunately critically endangered, but their numbers are slowly rising. They're targeted by poachers for the keratin in their horns.
You saw it?
Yeah, I did.
To the right on top of that hill, there's a couple of bongos sitting on the hill all the way at the top. Those reddish brown antelope. And there is another black rhino out on the left on the hill.
The rhino. The rhino's here.
Bongos are nicknamed the ghosts of the forest because they are rarely seen. We're gonna stop for that rhino just because we have a really great view from over here.
It's kind of thin.
I got one. It's always thin.
No, but you can't even see their ribs.
And as we leave the forest, we're headed into our next stop, the Safi River, which is home to many aquatic and semi-aquatic animals. Like on the right, those gray and white birds ahead, those are pink-backed pelicans, and there's a hippo out on the right in the water. My friends, just find those seats for me, remain fully seated. Might even be able to get a better view of some hippos ahead. Pink-backed pelicans get a very pale pink coloring on their backs and on their beaks during mating season. Keep a lookout on the left. I see some shadows moving in the water. Those are also hippos. They spend most of their day submerged underwater, cooling off. They can stay under there for up to 8 minutes at a time. Here come two right this way.
Oh.
And as you can see, instead of swimming, they prefer to run or walk along the water floor.
Those birds in Brazil, we have it. You can even adopt one if you want.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Looks like there's a couple more out on the left near the waterfalls. Also on the left are Nile crocodiles.
There you go, baby. The one that you wanted to see. Dang.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah.
eat up to half of their own body weight in just one feeding. Although their diet mainly consists of fish, because of their strong jaws, they have the ability to capture prey much larger than themselves, like wildebeests or zebras. To the right, that's a baobab tree, also known as an upside-down tree. Baobab trees can sustain long periods of drought by storing water in their trunks. And that's also why they can remain leafless up to 9 months out of the year. And we're now entering the savannah. The savannah is home to some of the more popular African animals like elephants and lions. So let's keep our eyes peeled and see who we can find. So there are a couple of Hartman's mountain zebras out on the right. This type of zebra has a special fold on their neck called a dewlap, which helps them circulate blood throughout their bodies and cool down. I do think that was a baby zebra a little bit further out. Every single zebra is unique in that no two zebras have the same stripe patterns, similar to human fingerprints. Wow. If you look to the left in that cave, there are African painted dogs laying down. We might get a better view on the other side of those big rocks, but it looks like most of them are in that cave. They're one of the most successful hunters, and that's because of their ability to chase their prey until their prey drop from exhaustion. Out on the left, those are three sable antelopes sitting together all the way in the back. They're the emblem of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve, and those long horns act as a deterrent to keep away any lions or other predators that might want to jump on their backs. Those mounds you see all around the savannah, those are termite mounds. They get as hard as concrete, which is why elephants like to use them as scratching posts. And once the elephants wear them down, antelope like to stand on top of them and see who they can find in the grass below. See those zebras again out on the right. There are a few more in the bushes in the back. I don't think we can see them just yet. Keep a lookout in the trees and the tall grasses, especially on the left. But also coming up on the left, that's an eland in the trees. Eland are the largest of all antelope. Both males and females have those spiraled horns, although male horns are a bit shorter and thicker. That's another eland out on the right. I think that's a female because her horns are a little bit longer and thinner. And past that eland on the right, those are wildebeests on the top of the hill, those gray and black animals. Wildebeests live in the most densely packed herd birds of all large mammals except for humans. There's a couple wildebeest on the left in laying down in the bushes. Also on the left are Maasai giraffes. Giraffes are the tallest animals in the world.
You're good.
They can reach 18 to 20 feet in height.
Tight in your zone.
And they only sleep for about a half hour every day. And they usually sleep while standing up.
Sounds like
Half hour a day. That's great.
Let's continue on through the savannah and see what other animals we can
I'm holding
find.
it good.
you go like this if you look the other side.
Oh, that was an accident.
Look all the way out on the right, there is an elephant kind of in that back corner. Almost kind of looks like a hallway of the rocks. Don't really have a great view. So as we continue along through the savannah, keep an eye out. We might be able to spot some more elephants. Since that elephant was all the way up in the back, I would guess that they were eating. Elephants can eat 300 pounds of food per day, usually of roots, leaves, and grasses. And we're now entering the red clay pits. Red clay is very important to elephants. Just like we take vitamins, red clay gives elephants lots of minerals. You can see some tusk markings on the right side of the truck. And on the left, we have a really great view of an elephant.
Wow.
Oh, and a baby elephant on the left. I think maybe let's pull up a little bit more and we'll stop again.
It's a beautiful baby elephant. Oh my gosh. He's so little.
Now, if you notice those elephants flapping their ears, that's because elephants have the ability to cool themselves down up to 15 degrees at a time by just flapping their ears.
I wish that worked for me. I could do that.
You can see some more elephants out on the left.
Oh, it's a bunch of them.
Lost my way. Hold it straight.
You want to record?
Elephants are unfortunately targeted by poachers for the ivory in their tusks. As I pull ahead, you might be able to see one of those elephants all the way out on the left, kind of behind us. And these are greater flamingos. Greater flamingos are the largest and also the palest pink of all flamingos. If you see those smaller, kind of grayish colored ones, those are babies. Flamingos get their coloring from the tiny brine shrimp they eat, which is why those babies are born gray. And they use their long necks to reach for food at the bottom of the water, which you can see a few of them doing. And here comes an elephant on the left walking towards that baobab tree.
It has so much energy. See, like an elephant. That was a
I don't see any animals yet, but on the left, those are mud wallows. Mud is very important to animals like elephants, rhinos, and warthogs. Mud can help protect their skin from sunburn, but also from insects. Out on the right, there's an ostrich, but also a white rhino. A couple of white rhinos in the back past the warden's truck. Pull ahead just in case that warden wants to come through this way. Ostrich are the largest birds, and although they cannot fly, they can run up to 40 miles an hour. Start looking to the left. I can see a couple of cheetahs on the hill. They're all the way on the left side. They're laying underneath that tree that's kind of shaped like a Y, just past those two really thin trees. One cheetah's face is kind of looking towards us. If you look out to the left, see those red rocks in the middle? Look all the way to the left of them. One cheetah just sat up, actually.
Oh, it's too hard
Looks like
to
there's
see.
even some more ahead,
I didn't even see it.
laying out on the left
I saw
along
just a
the tree
little
line.
tail.
Cheetahs are the fastest land animals. They can reach 60 miles an hour in just 3 seconds. And they're also the only large cats that hunt during the day.
Yeah.
These rocks to the left are called kopie. Kopie are used by large cats to take in the sun and look down on any prey that might be lurking below them.
Ostrich. Right there. Look on your right. Ostrich.
Out on the right, there's another ostrich. Does look like we're looking at a female on the right, as female feathers are usually more gray in color. Male feathers are mostly black with a streak
Oh, yeah, I
of
see.
white. out on the left, past that tree in the middle, there's a couple of warthogs laying down together. Looks like 3 of them. As we pull ahead, look in between those 2 trees in the middle. They're laying just past there.
Oh, I see.
Warthogs are the largest burrowing mammals in Africa. And they're pretty fast. They can run up to 35 miles an hour. Also out on the right, that's a water buck along the trees. Water buck drinking an unusually large amount of water, which can give their coats kind of a greasy, oily feeling. See those warthogs again on the left. One just started running around.
Oh yeah,
On the right, there are ostrich eggs on the right side of that pathway near the tall grass. Ostrich eggs are so strong that the average human could stand on top of one and it wouldn't crack or break.
Well,
We're coming up on the warden's post. This warden has Nigerian dwarf goats. They come from West Africa.
They look miniature cows.
And they have an incredible sense of balance, which helps them climb. And although they might look small, they're fully grown adults. Unfortunately, the warden's post was our last stop on the reserve. But if you'd like to see some more animals today, I always recommend taking the safari again, as no 2 safaris are the same. We're going to be open until 6 o'clock. You can also visit the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail right next door. That's a short walking trail where you'd have the opportunity to see some different animals like gorillas, meerkats, naked mole rats, and more. Many of the animals we saw, like the okapi and elephants, are facing habitat loss. We can all make a difference in habitat loss by doing even small activities, like making bird houses and bird feeders, planting small trees and flowers, and making small ponds. This can give animals like endangered migratory birds a home. If I had any wilderness explorers aboard my truck was the Simba 1. Once again, friends, my name's Olivia. Here at Harambe, we don't like to say goodbye. It's much too sad and far too final. So instead, we say Kwaherini. Kwaherini means go well.
Thank you, Olivia.
Please watch your hands, arms, feet, and legs as the doors on your right are about to open. Thank you, friends. Watch your step, Kwaherini. Have a great rest of your day.